right?
If you stay ready,
That's true. So true. So true. So true.
that's what it is. I'm digging this music, man.
I know his music is definitely hot. Gonna
Love
add
it.
a nice little touch to the show tonight.
You know,
So
since we laid back tonight, the people ain't gonna be ready for the new hair today. So it ain't new. It's just I'm just putting my, giving my
right,
wisdom.
right.
She been good to me.
Okay, well let's go ahead and let's get it popping.
Let's do it.
So what's up, everybody? I'm Bernard Fields, and I'm sitting here with,
Bikini Renee. Hello,
and
hello.
we are going to be, we're 2/3 of the show, the Slanted Brow. So Chris, he's not here tonight. So shout out to Chris.
Love
If
you,
he's watching
Chris.
this on replay, we love you, Chris. We miss you, and he will be back with us next week.
For sure.
He did leave saying that he would definitely talk about the DNC 20 convention
Next
that
week,
was over the
sure.
past. Yeah, next week we're gonna talk about that because I think tonight they're wrapping up, right? I think with the fourth night.
Wrong person to ask.
Okay, wrong person to ask. I'm the wrong person to be asking.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that they are. If that's what I saw out there, but I will say this, and then I'll move on. It is so different, the vibe, because it's not a big like auditorium. So to see them doing it like the news or doing it live, and it's like that, you miss that energy. That I'm used to seeing of the people in their different, state categories and stuff, yelling and woo, all that type of stuff. We
All
just
that
don't
fire
have
up
that.
in there.
Yes, all of that. But I heard that the music is on point. The DNC always stay with the latest and the greatest because,
They
that's
know
just
they
the way that they
talking
roll. They know exactly what they're talking. And the people that they play their music, they're okay with it. They're like, hey, we want to perform. So they even got like top dollar performers on stage, doing their
You
thing.
know what they
So
do? Good job.
yeah. Yep, exactly. So I'm not going to talk much about that. We're going to move on to kind of see what's been good because I know we got a lot to cover tonight.
Oh my
But
God.
let's
It's fun stuff.
let's go. A lot of fun stuff. But let's see what's been good with you, Keena.
Oh my gosh. So I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. We were talking about it, backstage, how I've been just going through this last leg of getting my book published. It has been just like with anything, great things take time, but I'm so much closer, man. I'm like a couple of days away from being a published author. So I'm excited about that. I'm celebrating that. Shout out to my publisher, Leslie. Those processes and those, oh yeah, can you tweak this a little bit? She just now, mind you, this has been a couple of months, right? She just told me today, Shakina, I'm gonna fight you. So we made it all this
Oh.
way without her wanting to beat me up for all these changes. But we want, I think we're gonna, be putting out a quality product. So I'm excited about that. And then I'm very close to having my program ready. So they're coming out at around the same time. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's really, really good. Is it okay for you to share the title of your book, or is that all underneath wraps for now?
I'll say this is, the title of the book is called Power Thoughts, and it's reflective insights for empowered living. And so really it's an interactive journal really first, and then I have another book coming out. I told you about that later. I'm not going to tell that title. I got to get my rights and all that stuff together first, but
Okay, okay.
this one is almost done. And like I said, it's an interactive journal, just to help, it's almost like guided coaching, and just for people
Yes.
to be empowered and have some reflective moments and live life better and higher. So I'm excited about it.
That's really, really good. Proud of you, girl, too. I mean, like, you've been doing your thing. I've been watching you. I mean,
You
you and
been liking my stuff.
we
I'm
go
gonna
back.
tell you that. Like, thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, always there to support my girl. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
for those who are watching, tuning into the show, thank you guys very much. But yeah, Ken and I, we go back like to diapers, like for real.
Boy.
Like that's how far we go back.
The nursery.
Just growing up, yeah, the nursery, growing up in church, going, so we're a couple of church kids, I guess you can call us. But yeah, just watching your growth.
Don't make
I
me
can
cry.
say, I'm not. I'm gonna do the best that I can not to make you cry. So
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at this. That what was it? 5 years ago, the times that we had our discussions and everything, with you trying to find your
yeah.
business,
Yeah.
and find your, finding your purpose and what you want to do as being an entrepreneur, and seeing where you are today. It is truly, truly, truly amazing. And people, if you are looking for a life coach, I highly recommend you giving Shakina, like, slide in her DMs. You know what I'm saying? Slide in there for that reason only. Don't slide in there talking about some, hey, what's up? Can I? Because then I'll have to hear it. Then I gotta come and see you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want. I don't feel like seeing nobody right now. You don't. Y'all don't want that smoke.
This was not a paid endorsement either. I did not know you were going to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Much love, and much respect. Yeah.
You know, a lot of times people say that the people closest to you don't support you, and I'm glad that that's not true of me. You know, you, my sister. I mean, I have actual blood family members that pay full price for my products, or sharing things like that. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for that, because I didn't know you were going to do that, but thank you. I support you too.
Oh yeah, I love it. And then the whole thing about full price, folks, let me tell you, like between her and myself and what she just said previously about people paying full price that are family, that are blood, that's so important,
It's so
and she's come to me, asking for my help, my assistance, and she has never once be like, can I get that on on a free tip?
Nope.
Never ever once. And it's like, I respect that, and I believe that when you have that type of attitude, that you do become blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like the big guy upstairs looking down, he's like, you know what, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because that person is real. They're not looking for no 5-finger discount, or they're not looking for no handout. And she has been like, you know what? Oh, I can't get with you right now, but I'm gonna stack my bread up. And when that time comes, you and I be gonna do business together. And that's real talk. And that's the same way I feel, about her. And I believe that, blessings do come out of supporting one another, even especially when you are family. Don't go treat your family like they just a hookup and that's it. You gotta value who they are in the time.
I know,
right. Exactly. Listen, you better pay up.
But I'm gonna say this too. The reason why I'm willing to pay your price is because I know you're worth it. I see your work too. You know what I'm saying? So when people interact with you that way, and they're like, I'm willing to pay what you're requiring, is because it's just another way of saying I believe in you and I support you. You know what I mean? It's just it means a lot. That's why I say I'm grateful. I mean, one of my cousins, Nicole, I'm gonna shout her out. Every time I've come out with something new or something different, she like, I need that. And she never buys just one shirt. Never, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just that means a lot. That means everything. So, but yeah.
Yep. So that's number one true supporter right there. We support one another.
Y'all, sorry.
She out here looking cute, y'all. All right. So for myself, what's been good? Work has been good, and it sounds like I say that every week, but I thank God that I have that problem. You know what I'm saying? Because there are many people out there who are not in a very good situation, because of COVID, and just with a lot of businesses is being affected by, a lot of just stuff that's just happening within this world. So I'm very, very grateful, and if I continue to keep going down this route, I'll hopefully be able to expand and be able to, get some extended help along the way.
Definitely will.
Yeah.
You'll be glad I'm an editor, because then you'll be seeing me more. If I was an editor, I'm like, let's collab. You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
But I'm telling you.
Every day.
I hope you get it, because listen,
That's what's up.
You're going to have a staff. You're going to have a team.
Amen. I'm looking for it. Okay, so you had this topic that you wanted to talk about, and I'm on board with it.
You talking about Mrs. O? What we starting with?
Michelle Obama.
Betty Boys. Let me tell you. First of all, I'm already just a fan of just, not even a fan. I don't even say a fan. I don't like saying a fan. I highly respect the Obamas. I think that they got in there to do what they were supposed to do, and they did it well. They did it with class. They did it with, they just did it. I can't say that I've seen any other anybody else do it like they did. And I'm not saying that because they're Black. I'm saying that because of the way they carried themselves. I'm extra happy about the way they carried themselves because they're Black. There's a certain, it gave people a different experience with Black people, because a lot of times you hear stereotypical things. We deal with it. People say things in a joking manner in our community, like, oh, CP time, Black people never on top of the pot. But it gave people another perspective of what Black excellence looks like. So they give my full respect. That title is not disrespected out, but it's very true to how, as I called her, Michelle O, in the chat, because she went through the whole speech, and she was nothing less than phenomenal, as she always is. She got to that good last minute, and it was like, before I go. You know, like we talked about, I think it was last week, like a black woman in office, you know, she was there. And it's not because you smell collard greens, it's because you saw how things went down. And she brought it in a way where she was like, he had enough time to prove that he was going to XYZ. She really handled his life in such a professional way.
Yeah,
and
she did.
Someone that is playfully petty, I felt all that on her. I felt all of that on her. And I was there.
Right. I love how she was saying that he was in over his head. Like he had time. He's in over his head. You know,
we gave you a chance, sir.
Right. We definitely gave you a chance. 45 had a chance. Now I will say this in all fairness. I'm not saying that he hasn't done anything good. You know, there is like, if you do some digging around, you can find some moments where it's like, okay, Trump had his moments where he shined. But because of the amount of tomfoolery that has happened, that the media highlights, it almost makes it impossible for you to even like the guy when he does something right.
Well, let me ask you.
If I could keep it. Yes.
You said that before, and you know me. You know how I feel. I feel like I was about to bring a Bible scripture, and I ain't even gonna do it. But I'm gonna say this. It's something in the Bible to back up what I'm about to say. But I'm gonna say this. When they don't have to look far to highlight anything that he's done that's incorrect, because there's so much material, right? So when you have somebody that, you know, operates like that on the regular, when they do something good, it almost seems like damage control, right? So
yeah, it does.
It's hard for me to look at it and be like, oh, he did something right. Like, nah, you hit us about 10 times with some foolishness, and then you try to like, oh, it's almost like an abusive relationship. Here goes some roses. I don't want it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I can't. You know, I like to be fair, but not.
Yeah. You said not here.
Okay.
I do. I try to give a little bit of room because I admit, like, I don't know everything when it comes to the guy. I don't follow everything. I do listen to both sides of the aisle when it comes to the news. So I do listen to Fox. I listen to CNN.
You do?
Oh yeah, I listen to Fox. Yeah, I listen to them. Yep. And why? Not because I necessarily, because I love to see and understand the people that are around me. You know, because these people have genuine thoughts. Some are ingenuous, and some of them are flat out wicked. But I listen because I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm a well-rounded individual, and it teaches me how to listen.
Yeah, that's that's good.
Yeah, because too often people make the mistake where they're just so caught up in their own ideology that they listen to only people that sound like them. They hang around people and friends and family that only think like them.
Oh yeah.
When they see the opposite, they could fall into the trap of being told a lie about the opposite side.
You're right.
You know, I mean, and not to bring religion into it, but it's like, you know, the way that we grew up, we were taught that if you ain't apostolic, you going to hell. Come to find out,
if you believe, there you go.
Yeah, and I was like, well, these people are not as wicked as they were trying to tell me as growing up. So I look at it that way. It's like I don't want to be so one-sided to where
you're right.
I miss out on the opportunity to be able to learn from other people and even to adopt to adopt some of their, you know, ideologies, because some of it is true.
Right. You know, just like people, like growing up, we were told, you know, eat the meat, throw away the bone. You're very right.
Yes.
I agree.
Yep.
100%. Because the thing of it is that, and we've said this many times, you don't want to just jump on the side just because everybody else is doing it. You want to be well informed and educated to make sure if you are out there with a sign, you know what you're talking about. So I respect that. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Matthew.
Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, too, in case if you guys are looking to join the conversation, you can by simply clicking this link. I'm posting the link up right now. It is a StreamYard. Jump on. We would love to hear your side, you know, to hear your opinions on the subject and on the matter. So we're currently talking about Michelle Obama and the beautiful speech that she gave the other night. It felt good to see an active first lady back in the spotlight again, you know. Yeah, and then especially for it to look like us, you know, as people of color, black people, it was like as if it wasn't that long ago. But when you stop and think about it, you're like, man, that was like 4 years ago since we've had, you know, a moment where we were actually able to listen to some sensible full sentences.
Something that made sense. You know, the other thing that I liked about her speech was she was very, I love when people are honest about who they're representing. She didn't come on there just like, oh, he's the best thing since sliced bread. She talked about his humanity. Like, he's not perfect.
Yes.
He makes mistakes. Right. He's human just like we are. And I think that, you know, for me, the thing that moves me or the thing that impresses me, I use that lightly, is that when I can see the humanity in another person, but that doesn't become their excuse. So I like how she put that. You know, how she put that before us to say, he's not only just a viable candidate, not that I'm gonna just leave that alone. He's a viable candidate, but he's also human like you. He doesn't get it right all the time. He doesn't say the right things all the time, but he's qualified, but he's educated and he has experience.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I love how she spent that. And she wasn't, you know, she wasn't just like biased because that's my boy. Nah. You know, he got some issues, but I still rock with him. I still fool with him. So it was like you said, it was really good to see and hear from her because it gave me a little hope. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it did. It definitely did. And I think it brought a lot of tears to people's eyes that evening too.
Like, we miss y'all.
We miss y'all. Like, come back. But America overall has a whole lot of work to do when it comes to getting itself together to where we're not so divided, you know, because we are living in probably some of the most divided times of our lives. I'll say that. Maybe not in history. Yeah, sure.
Let me ask you this though. I don't think that we're any more divided than what we have been. I just think that it's more vocal. I think that it's more in our face. This isn't new. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
People are just now like they finding the guts to say how they feel, and then also on the other side, people like, I'm having the guts to fight against it. It's been there.
Exactly.
It's been
there. Right. I think the only thing that has changed from the times in which we had the Civil War and other fights in the back in the day for equal justice is that there's no secret hidden motive or agenda behind it to set the captive free because of whether it's economics or whatever their excuses may be. I think right now it's really about the humanity of it all. It's like, these are human beings. These are people. This is not about jobs or economics necessarily. This is about fighting for a human life, just to exist. Right. Just, what did Michael Shea say? My life matters. Just matters.
Just matters. It just matters. Can that be?
It just matters.
Right.
We're not asking for extra. We're not asking to be on top. We just want to be equal. Equal.
Give me the same. Right.
Not more. Not less. Equal. Right. I love that stand up. I gotta watch that again.
Oh my gosh, that was. I mean, we were up till like 1 a.m. I was there for everybody. It was so good. Anyway.
It was so good. But yeah, Michelle Obama, she did her thing.
Yes, she did.
And I'm looking forward to this upcoming election. I think it's going to be a good fight. Something that I think that both sides will be able to hopefully enjoy, you know, and really respect afterwards. Like, respect each other afterwards. But it is what it is.
I think we might really be surprised, though. I think we might really be surprised in a good way. And how things, you know, she laid some things out and made it really, really plain. Like, for somebody to win and not have the popular vote, and just how she just made it just so plain. It's like, oh, that's all I gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
That's all you gotta do. You all gotta do. Yeah. And I love, like, what she said at the end. She's like, it is what it is.
It is what she left like, I'm like, y'all know what this is.
Right. Period.
That was a neck roll without a neck roll. That's what that
was. I love it. I definitely do love it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this back to school. School is back in session, and my God, this is this is going to be a test of the times because
It is.
some schools have already shut down. I don't know of any here.
Really? After reopening?
Yeah. I haven't heard about after reopening, but leading up to opening, like some places opened up early down south and they had shut down like after a week because a couple of kids showed up with COVID or some staff showed up with COVID, and so they had to shut down for 2 weeks. And CPS and some private schools, charter schools in the city opened up. This is their first week back, and my daughter's doing online school. I picked up her books and her computer yesterday, and I asked them. I said, "So how many kids came back?" They told me, take a guess how many percentage-wise of the school was full.
That's kind of hard because I thought it would be a no-brainer that everybody would be home. I'm finding that I'm just guess 50%.
75%
are in school. Wow, that's what I said. That's what's been shocking to me. However, to be fair, as schools are opening back up, so are places of employment, and so there are some parents that don't have the option to keep their kids at home, which is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's catch-22. Like you have to work so you can eat. So I get that, but I feel like it's so irresponsible of the state and the nation to open up schools, and you have something that we know has been critical. People have died. So many people have died, and you're putting people in a closed environment, no matter how you try to space it out or do it. And there's no cure. There's nothing to protect the children. And the thing that was concerning to me is that they have kindergarten students in there. Kindergartners don't keep masks on. They don't even know what 6 feet is. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Right. That's so true.
But like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive. There are some people that don't have the option. I'm grateful that I have the option. My children are going to be remote learning until, if they got to do it till they graduate, and if COVID's still out there, they're going to be at home. And that's
I feel you on that.
I don't. But like I said, thank God that's an option for me. That's not an option for some people, and that's so unfortunate because the powers that be, I just really feel like they're dropping the ball on this. I really do.
Yeah, they are, and it's a tough position to be in a time like this. I think because we don't live in a dictatorship where it's like you obey those who have rule over you for real. Over here, it's like, you know what? We'll put the law out there and we'll give you the option if you want to obey it or not.
Right.
Yeah. It's like it's okay if you don't obey. It's like, no, these other countries that are putting down the law on people, they're doing much better than we are. And it's obvious. Like the charts are not lying. We're not making stuff up. A blind man can look, I'm not going to say that, that's insensitive to blind people. But a person who has a hard time seeing can clearly see that, because of our level of freedom, we also have this high rate of COVID, that is that's running rampant because folks don't know how to act. They just don't.
You know what I'm finding too? I'm finding that I'm coming across more and more people who have actually had COVID. And they're now on the other end of it. And the I guess the silver lining in this is that people are recovering, right? It's not, I don't know if it's a weaker strand. Not saying like, hey, go out there and get it, because you still gonna see me with a mask and I'm still social distance. I'm in the crib. You hear me? I don't play games. But I am seeing that there have been people who have been impacted. They've actually had it and they're recovering and they're doing well on the other side of it. I talked to somebody, I know somebody personally who actually went through it and they are thriving and they're doing well. I'm not saying that like, oh, we don't have to worry about it. No, it's still a real thing. If anything, it makes me even that more cautious, when it's somebody that that it just makes it more it makes it more real. So
it does. It does. Now I will say I think the level of fear and respect for COVID has gone down in a way, because at first when it was like unknown,
How
what
your
what
kids
is
had
this
to watch,
trend?
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah. I
was
mean, people was not playing. People was like, listen, let me go get all the toilet tissue paper I can get, as if that's gonna change something. I don't know why. Still to this day, why did they do that? Right?
they used them for the first mask.
Right, that's what they was doing. They had to been, but and all the Lysol is gone, still gone. Like, I can't find spray Lysol nowhere.
We'll talk after this because I found the spot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they got the
Okay.
wipes and everything, Lysol wipes.
Oh,
Yeah, they
for
put them
real?
out. They put them out in measure, and they like you can only have one per day. Cause they start saying like, nah, you was in here before, because people would get their purchase and go out to the car and come back in like, nah, you was just in here, player. Nah, come back tomorrow.
Exactly.
But
Bye.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
so
crazy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna stay a little bit afterwards to find out what's going on with that.
I don't
But,
know. You gotta stay. I know you got stuff to do.
no, well, actually, you and I still got that thing to do.
You got time. We'll talk about that later. We all on the live now. Come on.
I know.
Next.
All right. Like people.
Deanna, I
Okay,
got
hold
you.
on.
You know you my family. I got you, Deanna. I tell you,
She said,
it's
"I
in our
need
neck
that
of the woods
hookup."
too. It's in our neck
Okay.
of the woods, Deanna. I might have to grab
All
you
right.
from Bernard, and then we'll meet. I'll throw it to you in your window.
Okay, I have my door wide open. You
Yeah.
could throw it like
I'll throw
Donald
it.
Trump was throwing them little
Yep.
towels at the people
Yep.
in Haiti.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We'll do
Right.
that.
Okay, so let's talk about this topic right here.
Oh,
Are
fun.
you ready
time.
for it?
Yeah.
Are
know,
you
I
ready?
have my fun hair for this. Okay.
Oh snap! So, new ways to love.
Woo.
We
This
gotta
is so
talk
fun.
about this. So,
So
how are
fun.
we gonna dive into this? I mean, should we just
I think we should
should-
just
should-
go for it. Just
go for
with
it, the deep end?
I
Okay,
want to
so
say hi to two people though. I just saw coming
Okay.
here, Diana and Diana. Them two of my ladies. Love them. Hello.
she said, "I'll cash app you."
You already know, Deanna. You already know. We dad
Hey, Deanna.
So I got you. Hi, Diana. So time for the fun conversation. I'm glad that we get to do this, because we got a lot of stuff that's
Right.
like super heavy. You know what? This is working my nerves. I'm gonna take this thing out on the live. Anyway, so we were talking about when we were coming up with our lineup. I thought it was good to talk about how online dating is like not so taboo anymore, right? Because
Right.
this is some people's only option, right? And so
Yep.
it's a lot of people that are like tapping in. I had somebody tell me, like, Shakina, I got on eHarmony. I met this guy. You need to jump on there. And I didn't know how to feel. Like, you saying I need a man? Like, you think I'm lonely? I'm working. What you trying to say? But no, she's like my little sister. She was telling me, like, she found it. Oh, Diana, I got you. We'll talk. She was like, I met somebody really, really dope on there. And so, me, I've always been really, really like, I don't know. That's so weird.
Yep.
I don't know. And I had somebody really say it to me like, Shakina, what's the difference between online dating and meeting someone you don't know in the grocery store? What's the difference? You don't know them. You don't know anything about them. They can push you any store. They can tell you anything. So what's the difference? Right? So I thought it would be cool to talk about it and to get some feedback from people on the live on what their experience has been, if any. I know you shared with us that you blurted out a few, episodes ago, like, yeah, so by the way, I'm on Tinder, roll credits or whatever. But I thought, you want to make me more comfortable with the thought, because I know you to be a sensible person. I don't know you to be like somebody that just fly off and just do stuff. But I'm like,
Right.
maybe. But it just seems to be more of the norm right now. And so I want to talk about that and see. She said she's done with online. Diana, you gotta holler at us. Oh, y'all gotta talk to us. Good. I want you guys feedback just to see like what the experience has been.
Oh snap!
Because I'm gonna tell you this. So I'm gonna tell you the top dating sites that I heard about, and this is not a commercial. I'm not recommending them. I don't know. So don't say Shakina Renee told you to try these. I'm not. I'm just saying the ones that I heard. So everybody knows about Tinder, eHarmony, Match.com, Christian Mingle, Plenty of Fish. Is that still out? Is that
I never heard of that.
I heard of that.
Wow.
Black People Meet. Wait, it's another one. It's one called Hinge. And I know about this one because their commercials are so funny. So they're like, oh no, two stalkers. Oh, hold on, Diana, you probably have to jump on for this one.
Yeah, you do.
And then Hinge is like a newer one, but the commercial caught my eye because it was like Hinge, the app that was created to be deleted. And so they're like, give all these scenarios where people meet and fall in love, and the little app like blows up, it catches fire, it drowns, it does all this stuff because it's not it's supposed to be so known in, for creating couples and love and all that stuff. So I thought it would be a good conversation.
Okay.
You're a people person. Diane, you want to jump on and tell us about this stalker situation? Because we did also want to talk about being safe and, some safety measures and things that you could take with respect to online dating. And here's why we're talking about this, because when you have a lot of people that are, on lockdown or working from home, you don't have that social aspect where you can meet somebody I don't go to the club, but some people meet people in the club or, whatever. Those are no longer options anymore.
Right.
And so it seems like a lot of people are navigating towards online dating. And so I want to talk about it and see what people's experiences have been. What?
Yeah. Listen, y'all playing. Y'all need to jump in here so we can hear these stories and hear your experiences and your take.
Would you put the link back in so they can see it?
Yep, I put it in there. I'm gonna put it in there again. There you guys go. There you ladies go. Go ahead. Jump in.
Click the link.
Jump in. And join in.
But yeah, we got a comment. I want to see what Deanna said.
What she say? She said that, well, my experience, I got turned off. I say that because of the response of even saying hi.
You know what? I got a question for people that have tried online dating. Do people put in the same effort online as they would like in person? You know what I mean? Are they trying? Or they just like, oh, well, if we don't connect, I'm going to just swipe left. Hey, shawty. Oh, that's ratchet. You going to come up with something better than that. That's the equivalent of you being out and a guy rolls down his window and be like, hey, girl, come here. No.
Hey, girl, come here.
No. Oh, that happens.
Hey, let me holler at you real quick.
Where you going? In the opposite direction?
Dang.
Well,
when you ask about people putting forth
sorry,
the
y'all,
effort,
doing this on the live drove me nuts.
Because I know from my perspective, I see women that would have come up in my pictures and stuff like that when I was on Tinder. Keyword was on Tinder. Yeah, when I was on Tinder, but I would say that maybe 50% of the women were really trying, putting forth effort to put the best foot forward. But I would see a whole lot of filters. You know what I'm saying? Like filters left and right. So it's like automatically skip, swipe left, because it's like you just automatically know like that's not really who they are.
Meet you, and all I was talking to was a filter, and you really look like my grandma when I meet you in person. I get it.
Listen,
I get
right.
it.
So help me understand. Like when it comes to men, when you see men's pictures and stuff pop up, are men putting forth the same type of effort, maybe, but through not filters, but perhaps maybe like they're, showing money or showing their car, showing, are they dressed in suits? Are they dressed like thugs? Are they okay, I'm gonna share. Okay, so when my friend suggested eHarmony, I went on eHarmony. I created an account. Okay, I quickly was like, I want a refund, and I'm hiding my picture. You know why? Because all of the men they suggested looked like Baptist reverends, and they had on them long jackets, them long suit jackets that come to their knees. And I was like, this is not what the people want, okay?
And I'm gonna tell you why I tried eHarmony. I tried eHarmony because that DM devil on Messenger, just anybody can just slide in there. I said, you know what? No. So I went to eHarmony and I was like, I'm just gonna see what it's like. When I listen, by the time I saw the 10th Baptist Reverend, I said, I am
the 10th. Wait.
This is a sign from God that this is not what He wants me to do. Click, erase, remove. I'm done. And
you was done for a minute.
No.
You don't want no sugar papa?
No. I do not. I don't want a sugar daddy. I don't.
God. So hold on. So Diana's saying the second stalker, a state trooper, I told him I was in Lebanon, but he looked me up and found out that I lived in Mainsville, and he mapped out my location to the restaurant.
You know what?
Wow.
You know what? That means that if he's pressing you like that, then you have the right to be a little crazy. You do.
Wow.
You have
He's nuts.
You have to, when people come at you like that, you have to show them, like, you know what? I'm saying by choice. Don't try me. Don't
But he is state trooper though, like that. Like that's only just one. That's one bad incident from being a Hallmark movie.
Lifetime story. You're right. There you go. You did the right thing, honey. Show up where I'm at. That's why I don't give my location when I go somewhere. You know how like Facebook, you can say like you can check in. No,
I don't check in. Nope. For a lot of reasons. Yeah, that's just not cool. Just not cool to do. But
Deanna was giving the one-liners that they were that they give. Since then, she did a background check, especially with him wanting to meet. I have a cousin. I'm not even gonna say her name, but I have a cousin. And when I meet somebody, I can give her their name, just their name. She will come back with all the information. She knows where they live for the last 5 years. She knows everything. We gonna know before I have the next conversation whether or not you are Freaky Jason. I'm gonna know. I'm going to know.
Okay. Well, there you guys. You see it. You hear it. If you plan on sliding in her DMs or going on a hot date, trust that your background information is about to get mined.
Believe that.
Mined.
Believe that. I've met too many crazy people on accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah. Nope.
You just don't have the time to mess around. She said, not the Freaky Jason.
That's what they call. That's what they're
Freaky
called.
Jason. Don't call me Freaky Jason.
Just like, okay, and the chats are proof. When somebody is like, okay, let's talk about some dating tips really quickly. Okay,
please.
Somebody is super excited, super quick. No, because the thing is, he's super excited about other people too. That's just somebody that's like, you overzealous. Like every woman loves to hear like, oh girl, you beautiful, you this, that, there. But he telling you every 2 minutes. I'm like, you either lonely, you live with your mama, or you got a whole bunch of cats. Okay? We're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Watch out for people who want to move too fast. Watch out for people who want to connect too quickly. Like, it's some things that you really, really got to be careful about, which is why I'm not like the biggest fan of online dating. But like I said, right now, you have people who are like, I'm not about to like shut myself off from love just because we in the house. Like, they even have a blind dating show, whatever, that goes live, like, and they hook people up live on TV. I would never do that, but they got it out there, and so people. I mean, I feel
yeah.
it. I feel it. I don't think anything.
I would do that though.
I'm not as like freaked out by the online dating thing as I was, you know. But
yeah,
eHarmony is for Baptist Reverends. That's all I'm gonna say.
The church pimps and Baptist Revs.
Listen, I'm telling you, they was probably bishops and pastors, and I'm cool. No.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I know, like for myself, look, when it came to Tinder, when I was on Tinder,
like the app, ain't it?
You know, I thought that Tinder was like filled with a bunch of hookup type folks. That's why I never messed with no Tinder for like the longest, and I took it as a joke. That's the reason why I got on there, because I'm like, I want to see if any of my friends on there. Come find out,
Petty. You so petty. You so
I
petty.
did. I
Let
wanted to see.
people be great if they want to find love. Let them
And
find love.
I swiped left on like 3 of my friends on Tinder. I did. And I'm pretty sure that I popped up on their Tinder as a suggestion too. I would like to think that, and I probably got swiped, left. Like,
Here's what's interesting.
What?
I feel like online dating is people shopping. I feel like it's shopping for people. Like, not tall enough. You're too short. You look crazy. It's like people are not being, they don't get the chance to really show who they are because you're shopping for people. Like, you're 2/4 of an inch too big. I don't know. I just feel like people don't have a choice. They don't get a fight.
But you know what though? I think that it would be interesting to see like the people that missed out on opportunities. Like if there was some type of way I could like go into an alternative universe to kind of see like the people that you swiped, left on was actually like the right person for you to be with.
No, you know what would be funny? If you had to give a reason why you swipe left.
Oh.
Like I swipe left because I used to date you. I swipe left because you look a mess. I swipe left because you know what? That's what they do, Diana. Don't nobody want to be lonely just because it's COVID. But
period.
But that would be so. But it depends. Some people might be too sensitive. Like if they say I swipe left because you're not cute, that might just like tear somebody apart. But if you mature, you like, I can apply that wisdom. Like, you swipe left.
You could.
Look like I live in the basement. Let me do something about that. Let me fix it up.
Right.
Let me not wear a 10-piece suit trying to get a female.
Looking like a big bag of Skittles.
Why is it Easter Sunday?
Right. Every day though. Every day. Every picture.
No, Bernard, you remember when I was saying that I would not go above a certain level, like in dating, because I was talking about the wicker shoes and the linen suits. That's what they was trying to match me with. I said, okay, Lord, I hear you. I'm backing all the way up.
Backing all the way up. You say, I'm not messing with them?
I quit.
Hold on.
Like he grilling all the time. Just on the grill. No.
Look, my brother sent me these pictures of this guy. You can tell he go to somebody's church, like the people that you're describing. And why did he have matching COVID mask on with the suit? And had a matching same tone color phone case. And he looked like the typical character from a Tyler Perry movie.
No, he looked like it's Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday every day.
What is the point?
A neon crayon at that, like not even a basic crayon. Like, come on, please with it. Oh my gosh.
Swipe left.
She swiped left. A matter of fact, I'm interested if anybody is watching. Have you ever swiped left on me? Please, fess up.
You be putting yourself out there. That's why, man. You so courageous. You so courageous.
Hey, listen. I'm in my 40s, and once I reached that mark, I said I ain't got nothing else to lose. I ain't got to impress nobody. And you can tell me to my face like you ain't the one. I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you something. 41 do something to you. I'm telling you. I just turned 41, and it got a whole new, little sauce to it. Like not today and tomorrow don't look good either. I feel you.
Ain't got time to waste. Ain't got no time to waste. So
it's like you've never seen you on there.
Thank you very much for responding. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I didn't fit the category of the things that you were looking for in a man. So maybe that's why I didn't get suggested and thrown in your direction. But that's cool.
Deanna said she doesn't stay on the sites long enough. I was on and off in Harmony. Back away from
But let me tell you what. Before there were like major dating sites, I got on, what was it? It was Black Planet. And I went on a date because
now. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. That was like 99, 98, 99. Like that was 20. You sure were, right?
I was married.
Yeah, I was not. I was out there on
Black
Planet. Nah, I was just young.
Oh, okay.
Not hot.
I'm sorry. I don't want to wrongly label you.
It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes I throw that off, and people be like, you kind of give me that vibe of a goody two shoes square who fronting, like
Ooh.
that's your front shop.
You know
what
what, bro? You know what, though? I've learned so much about you since we've done the Slanted Brow. They not off. They not off, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, let me tell you, I've been in a room full of guns. I've held a gun. All right, I'm just leave it right there.
We're gonna say we don't incriminate ourselves. This is live. This is called live receipt. We don't incriminate.
No, but that's under the blood now.
You brought it out. You just talked about it. I'm so mad. Wait, they in the comments. Wait, been years since I've done online dating. Okay, Black Planet was live. Rodney said Black Planet.
And listen, let's talk about Black Planet though. Black Planet was.
That's
Black Planet was the first successful online social platform. It was way ahead of its time.
Was it the New Age Freaknik? Was that why it was successful?
No,
oh, okay.
It was just a. Let me ask you, did you have a Black Planet account?
No, I was married.
Oh, It wasn't for that though, but it wasn't for hookups though. Like it was Facebook for Black people.
Let them see my name pop on something.
Listen, let me tell you, Black Planet was the place to be.
I'm okay
all the time. But anyway, I found this girl on there, and we decided to hook up, and we went on this. You
can't say hook up, Bernard.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Me.
Okay. You say hook up, that means something else, and then people they're gonna be checking your receipts like you were singing in church when you hooked up. So say.
Look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm just a little transparent. I'm a little too transparent at times, and I ain't had nothing to drink. Ain't nothing in here but water. But no, it wasn't a hookup. I went and I linked up. Can I say linked up? Linked up. Met this girl, and I took her out. I want to say we went to Fridays. We did not connect at all. Haven't heard from her since. Of course, haven't heard from her since. But that was my first online experience, and it wasn't even through the purpose of dating. We were just I don't know how it happened, but somehow we was in our DMs and we chatted it up. Yes.
I got a question.
Uh-oh.
How did y'all hit it off online, but then when you get in person, it's a bust? How? Who misrepresented themselves? Excuse me. Who was lying?
Nobody was lying, to be honest.
So what happened?
I think I wasn't that thug guy. I think she was caught up, I guess, in looks, I guess. But I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not out there like that.
I bet you they looking for good guys now.
They probably are, but I mean back then
they better quit tripping. Good guys pay the bill. I'm trying to pay. And I ain't saying that like we need their money. Don't nobody come in my DMs. I make my own money. I ain't looking for that. I'm saying that people are looking for good guys now if they have sense, because nobody has time for that.
Right, Rodney said that's the chemistry sometimes just don't be there.
Online, then how does it fizzle in person? Now, I mean, like this. Somebody told me they met somebody online, and he was like, that was an old picture she had on there. I'm like, why would you even show up? If you don't look like your picture, why would you do that? How you catch
So rule number one.
Like, in real time.
So, yeah, true. So listen, this is what you guys and ladies have to do. Don't be posting up and having old pictures, because it's going to bite you in the butt. Ooh. Like when you show up, if you don't look like your picture, especially like for women who love filters, put some real pictures up, please, and then put up at least one raw picture. Like guys are not so judgmental to where they'll be like, ooh, like no. Men understand that a lot of women are wearing wigs and stuff like that. Guys understand that. No, men. I'll say that. Men, real men understand that. Boys don't. Let me define that. There are boys out there there are a lot of boys on those dating apps, and you can tell that they're boys because they're not mature enough to understand what I'm getting ready to say right now, which is that number one, sex comes a dime a dozen. Like sex feels good
Yeah,
for the
that
most
ain't
part with any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Once the lights go out, if that's your thing, trust me. Well, don't trust me, but trust me when I say this, that it almost doesn't matter because you just caught up in a moment. You got to go deeper than that. You got to go for like understanding that love is really tied up in the experiences that you have with the individual and knowing that you're going to invest a lot of time. Exactly, way before you even do that, because your body is going to get old. That's facts. Now, unless you're a person like Holly Berry who just posted up some really hot bikini pictures.
God.
Listen, how old is she? 55, 56?
She 82. She got the Benjamin Button. No, I don't know. She
Look, let me tell you.
No, yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
Extremely beautiful. Like for real, like the 50s is like the new 20s, y'all. Like, don't get caught slipping.
When
I will give you a run for your money.
We got stuff in the chat. We got to hear what they talking about. Diana just put up and right.
Okay, let's read this. Let's read this. Diana says, girl, this guy posted pics with him at the gym, all built and flexing. Met him in person and he gained a few extra pounds. I was stuck on a date and he took my free pie from Old Charlie's home with him.
Two things I want to say about this. You never go on a date with somebody. It sounds like you rode with him, because I'm never stuck when I got my keys in my own whip. Ever. I'm never stuck on nothing. That's number one. I'm not riding. It take a while for me to jump in somebody's car. I ain't.
Okay.
That was before COVID. Okay. Freaky Jason. Put a pin in there. I'm trying to. So I don't jump in anybody's car. And if he would have took my pie, I would have been ignorant and snatched it out of his hand and walked to my car. There is no way. There is
and
no
you said
way.
He was sweating the whole night. He was sweating the whole night.
Diana, you know what? He was rude by lying to you. You should have been rude by getting up and leaving.
No, she should have been right. Not even rude. Not even rude. You had it within your right.
You should
have said
right. I'm out.
Peace. All right, Rodney said, I linked up with the girl one time. She was uppity, drove a Lexus, and was snooty. I didn't vibe with her at all. We went out to eat, and after that, never contacted each other again, and I was fine with that. I feel you on that. I feel you.
This is how I think you avoid things like that. One of the things and there's no shade to him, because whatever y'all conversation was, this is something I'm learning in meeting people and interacting. One thing that I've never been a person like to sell hype. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? And I can spot hype and I call hype. I'm not rude about it, but I'm like, oh, that was quick. That line was cute. Whatever. I digress. The way you avoid certain situations is being upfront with what you want out the gate. I'm saying who I am, what I want, what I expect, and I'm not being aggressive about it. I ain't, I'm not coming into a situation like, look, this is not that. But if it's stuff like, I'm turned out, if a man smokes, it's a definite no for me. That is such a turn off. I don't, if a man uses profanity, like that is a turn off. You know what I'm saying?
You have standards. You got things that you just don't take. Yeah,
so I can say that stuff at the onset. Like I'm not that pressed for a meal. I would go cook my own food before I sit across from somebody that I'm just not rocking with. I will say this wasn't from an online situation, and I'm not gonna go into it out like that. But I did have a date like before COVID and all this stuff hit. This guy, I met him at a business event, and we went out to. He was, oh my gosh, this is how he started the conversation. I'm an alpha male. I said, I'm done. You don't have to, if you're an alpha male, you don't have to tell me that. Boo, I'm going to feel that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, stuff like, I'm going to order for you. I got this. I'm like, I said across.
You knew what it was.
This can't be life. This can't be life. I'm done. But
it was a wrap.
Yeah, it was definitely a wrap. Does happen.
Yeah, and then also too.
Diana said they talked and texted for weeks before meeting up. Yeah, he was a liar. You dodged the bullet.
Yeah, you did. Definitely did. And then also too, it's like, don't be afraid to be yourself, because you're gonna have to be yourself eventually in a relationship. Come out. Yep, because you just gonna have to. I mean, like if you nerdy, be nerdy and be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the best thing you can do is find somebody who's going to accept that, instead of catfishing them, later on. because of you can look a certain type of way, you can behave a certain type of way. It's okay to put your best foot forward.
You better
I
put your
get
best
that,
foot forward.
but at the same time, it's like let your hair down. Don't be afraid to do that. Because again, it's like it's gonna come out. It's
You
going
know
it's
what
going
I'm
to come
here?
out.
I was real
What's that?
ignorant one day. I was on a video chat with this guy. We have been video chatting, and he video chatted me without notice. So you know what? I showed up on the video chat with my bonnet on. Like, this what you get. This what you get for not giving me notice. But the thing that was so dope was he was cool. Like, oh, so what you been doing today? I said, okay, if you can accept me in the bonnet, you can rock with me when it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like you
Yes.
said, at the end of the day, that's very true. Like you do need to put your best foot forward. I believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can be a totally different person. And I think that's one
Right.
of the things that we run into. Like if you are in the online dating community, people are gonna they can front and do whatever
Mm-hmm.
they do and say whatever they want to say, but they do it in real time too. They do it in real
Yep.
time. Where I've met plenty of people who have been like, yeah, girl, and I'm like, you're a whole liar. Your entire
Right.
life. So before we wrap, let's talk about some safety measures for dating online, or what they've told us some things that they've
Yeah.
done or what they've learned. So you told me about what is it? Where you said on maps where you can share your location, like you don't have
Yes.
to
I
have
was just getting ready to. Yes, I was just getting ready to say that. So I don't know if I can show it on my phone. I'm gonna do the best that I can. But what you can do is on Google Maps, and this is for both Android and Apple.
Mm-hmm.
If you download Google Maps and you have your people gonna see exactly where I live at. So what?
Oh no!
But like what you do is it's like where that dot is. If you tap that dot, these options will come up, and it will say share your location. So when you tap that share your location, then it will give you the option. I can't really show. Well, yeah, I'll do the best I can to show you without showing my contacts. But right here, it will show you
How you can share.
exactly.
Yeah.
And who you can share it with. It'll give you like a shareable link, and I highly recommend that you use this before you go out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like tell the people who you gonna be with, and tell them like you can share that link, or you share your location for a time limit. Share it until you decide to turn it off. Like you could put a time limit on there, like it defaults at 60 minutes, but I highly recommend, because you're going on a date, you're driving to to your destinations and stuff, it's going to take more than just an hour for especially a good date. I would say 2.5 hours, but just have it set to that you're going to be the one to turn it off, and the people can watch you literally in real time, your location, like down to the house that you are at. And you don't have to tell who the person that you're with. Don't have to let them know. Ain't got to show them. But yeah, exactly, right. But if you feel like you're dealing with the freaky Jason, then you might want to tell them. You might want to be like, hey, like I'm being watched right now.
Right.
People know exactly where I'm at.
If you feel like they're freaky Jason, don't even go. But I love that app. Like Bernard, you told me about that when I said I was thinking about going out on a date, and Bernard jumped straight into Big Brother mode, like get the map. But I thought
Let
it
me
was
show you how to use it.
Yeah, I thought I never went on the date, but it was good to have, just in case. And so if you're going to, if you're going to be online, to each his own. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Human connection, we're built for that. We're made for that. Beautiful things come from that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Rodney is one of my friends. He was like so dope for me in like getting through some of the things like that. So connection doesn't even have to be like, it's good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's good for us to connect and have people in our lives to talk to help us heal, help us grow. Nothing wrong with that. So don't feel bad about that. But if you're going to be dating online, just make sure that you have the proper, precautions and things in place, that you're using good sense, that you are communicating, and don't be afraid to take your time. Like you don't have to be in a rush. to connect with people, have conversation. We were talking backstage that one of the most intimate acts is conversation and relating
Yep.
to someone. That's how you get to know them. So put that time in, make sure that you're being responsible. There's only one you only have one life, so just do it that well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's very, very, very
I thought
true.
that would be nice to talk about. I'm glad you all were open. Like I said, I think I was telling Venora, like, I wouldn't want nobody to know that I tried online dating, but somebody told me, like, Shakina, is not that taboo anymore. Like, this
It's
is how
not.
people are meeting, especially, during COVID and things like that. But I mean, just be careful. Just be careful. And
Yeah.
again, we are not endorsing any of the apps that we talked about tonight. That was just,
Right.
I thought it was just funny that there's so many now. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. There are. There's definitely a lot that are out there. Some you have to pay a price for to get that higher tier experience.
I feel like if they're not paying, you shouldn't do it, because somebody said, people that are serious about finding someone, they're willing to make that investment. They on there free,
Yes.
they just trying to hook up.
Yeah. Right. Now I was on there, and then I paid 1 month, and then some things happened, and I was like, yo, huh?
Some things happen like that. Like, I need to.
No, good things. Good things.
I'm out the homework.
And so, like that's just to let people know that it's like when you pay for it, there is a definite boost in the experience. It's not like how Shakina was saying. For people who are just on there and not paying, they're not for real about it. They're just hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll find somebody for a quick,
somebody
a
on
quickie
here
or whatever. Yeah, and it's like, nah, it ain't that type of party. So consider it. It's not taboo. Back in the day, it was kind of frowned upon. It's like, oh, you can't meet nobody in real person. You can't find somebody in real life. Like, that's lame. Like, your in-person skills must be shot. Yeah, like your in-person skills are done for. Like, it's horrible. You gotta hide. But speaking of hiding, be honest. Be honest with your.
Okay, I'm with you.
With your pictures, with your profiles, with your avatars, and be honest with your description too. And put at least one, for me, I would say this helps out a lot. Put at least one quirky thing in there about yourself that you think is maybe corny, but just put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Because
don't be like, I like long walks.
Yeah, like that stuff.
And my favorite book is man, I'm sleepy reading your profile.
Right. Give me something. Give me something exciting. Tell me something. Tell me something about yourself that you normally don't put out there. Normally, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole long walk thing is old.
So I'm gonna ask this before you get in full I turn mode, because I know it's 10:02. So do you think your Tinder experience was worth it? Was it worth it?
I went on there just to play around. I went on there just to see who was out there. I was not taking it seriously, and then something happened. So I would say that
it made you believe that app. Oh,
it made I hinged that joint.
Listen. So then, Deanna,
go ahead.
Deanna, Rodney, Diana, did any of you did you have any good experiences on there before we go? We don't want to just to be negative. Now I will say this: I know some people who have met, their significant other, goodness, tongue-tied, online, and they've gotten married and have been married for a while. So it works for some people. Oh, guys told you we're intimidating, too independent. I get that sometimes. People tell me I'm intimidating, but I'm like, you ain't the champion for me.
Ooh,
that's
a heavy talking.
Look, for real, because here's the thing. What? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that today's woman is so different from the woman from 100 years ago.
Obviously,
the standards.
We got microwaves. No.
Good one. You was ready for that one. So yeah, so it's like it's not the same anymore. Where it was like, back in the day, they used to downplay women's ability to be able to contribute to society more than just being barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen. So for men, they don't know how to handle that. Like real men know how to handle it. Like you said, like a champion, one who can look at that and be like, "Oh,
Champion, boy.
I got a goal." You know what I'm saying? I got somebody here who can help me, and I can help them get to the next level. She's more than just what the woman was 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago. Like, there's just so much independence happening when it comes to a woman. And granted, yes, we're living in a day and time where there's so many boys out there. Women have to be independent. You know.
I want to say this. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say that. I think that that is just the natural evolution of women has brought us to this point, because the failure of men in that department of being intimidated, and they stay boys, and they wind up looking for a mama to take care of them.
Ooh,
And it just,
you about to make me find some change.
but go ahead.
Let me tell you this though, because I'm not a male basher. I love men, and personally, I don't think there's anything better than the black man. I digress. I'm gonna say this, okay? There's nothing wrong with having a strong, independent woman. The key to that, even with all these things, all these, like you said, the progression of women has made it such that we have to be stronger. We have to be independent. Like me, I'm a single mom, right? So, you know, first of all, I don't think that there's anything about a woman that equals being weak, right? But I have had people tell me, like, you a strong woman, Shakina, you independent, you this, that, and the third. I say that a man that's intimidated by that in me is not a champion, because I'm not the type of woman that walks into a situation and says, I'm strong. No. They come to that conclusion based on what they know or they witnessed about me. However, women have a responsibility too. You might be a strong, independent woman, but there's nothing like knowing what to be when, right? And so this is what I mean by that. When you are with a man, you don't need to be asserting your strength and all this. Don't no man want to feel like he's in competition with a woman. There's nothing wrong with you being a strong woman, but being soft too. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's in your presentation. If you walking around talking about you strong, they like, go ahead and be strong there by yourself. You have to know, what to be when. Don't no man want no strong acting woman and y'all trying to watch Netflix or go on a date. Chill out. Be a woman. Be soft. Let them open the door. Let them tell, all these, some of these women out here doing the most. Like, I don't need no compliment for no man. I don't need no man. Well, I'm sorry for you. Ain't nothing like a baby. Okay? Ain't nothing like that. I'm sorry, but it goes both ways. And if we find that balance between men and women, then it'll work out. You can't be walking around like dude said, I'm an alpha male. Okay, enjoy that. Wow. Mm-hmm. You can't be walking around talking about I'm a strong woman. Okay, great. What does that have to do with us right now trying to relate? Just chill out. We need to chill out.
Right.
But the single moms have haters by me. Oh, Diana. That's very true. That's why I'm very careful. I have some wonderful men in my life that are in relationships and or married. They have some strong women by their sides. But it's a responsibility too, as a single woman. If you have a friendship with a man that's in a relationship or they're married, it's very important that you as a single woman acknowledge his wife too. There has to be like a level of respect there to where, that just goes without saying. So, but if she's an insecure woman, then it doesn't matter what you do. I digress. What I'm saying is that I understand and relate to that, and I'm very careful in the relationships that I have with men, period, but especially if they have wives or significant others. That's really true. Right. But that's my issue.
Yeah, but and guys, that goes for guys too. I mean, because I do that myself. I have some women friends and colleagues that are married, and we go to our meetings, we have our talks or whatever, and I always make it an effort to acknowledge when I ask about how they're doing. I ask about how's your husband doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to include that, because I don't want to give room for any thoughts to be crossing anybody's mind, whether it be coming from my friend or coming from their spouse, to feel as if like they're trying to, I'm trying to impede on their property, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, nothing is going to happen. If anything, I would like to be, friends with you as well, because it's like, I want you to feel comfortable. I respect you enough, because I want that same type of respect too. I mean, like, I would feel not insecure about my my significant other, but if there was an individual, if there was a guy who was friends with my wife, you know, and he never acknowledged me when we were around, I would be not looking at my wife crazy. I'd be looking at him like, I'd be like, you know, like, what's up with dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't he see that I'm standing here?
Yeah, but then too, it's the responsibility of the single party, but then it's also the responsibility of the person that's engaged in the friendship or the outside friendship to lay some boundaries and make sure, like me, I don't care what I'm doing. If I'm in a relationship and I have a male friend, there's no way I'm going to allow you to disrespect my man. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to have to have a conversation with you because I'm going to have the conversation for him. This is who he is. You got to respect that. Because if I got to let him loose, then we ain't going to be friends no more. Right.
Period.
Football moms to this day are haters. Listen, Linda, I coach sports for 5 years, and this is...
Yes,
that's just like I said, but you know what? A lot of times people's insecurities have nothing to do with the outside party. You don't know what they've dealt with in their relationship. Maybe it's not you at all. Maybe that person's been unfaithful before, and that's why she takes. So, as long as you're making sure you moving clean, nothing else matters. You can't control people's responses. Like I said, you can speak to her all day, or you, Vernard, as a male, you can speak to a guy all day. Long as they don't have, if they're not confident in themselves and don't have trust in their relationship, then, you might not want to engage in that. So
that's true.
That was fun.
That was really, really good. I really enjoyed this one.
When Chris not on. Why is that?
I don't know. Different dynamics. One thing I learned about talking with both of you guys together and also separate, there's like you pull certain things out of me and he pulls certain things out of me that you won't pull out. Like there's just this commonality. Like if it was just Chris and I, we would probably be talking more about movies. Talking about acting and everything else like that. I think like for you and I, we have like that outside of films, outside of our business, we just talk. We talk about life. You know what I'm saying? Because we had that experience growing up together. I mean, we was in the same rooms and heard the same conversations.
Like we need a chaperone. Make sure we behave. But no, I get that. It's always fun. Thank you. Glad you were here. Thank you, Deanna. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you up about that Lysol too.
Oh yeah, that's right. We definitely gotta talk about that Lysol. Oh, and speaking of different things before we wrap up, people, we plan on having Netflix parties. I don't know if you guys are interested in this or not, but the idea is that we would like to have a night that we would pick out a movie that we could all decide to watch together. And the way that happens is that you go to netflixparty.com and inside of your Google Chrome browser, you install this app or this plugin, and then that way when you are watching a Netflix movie, you just it'll turn on like the little Netflix or MP, it will turn red, and then when you click it, it'll have a link in there, and you have an option to be able to be the only person to control it. But anyways, you wind up creating this party room, and everybody can watch the movie who has a Netflix account also can watch it together.
And comment. Boy, we have so
leave comments. Look, So much fun. We watched Michael Shea Matters on Netflix, and then after that we watched.
What was the Tyler Perry film movie? What was it called? Fatal Affair or something with Nia Long. Is that what it's called?
What was it? Fatal?
I can't remember. But anyway,
what was it called? Yes, Fatal Affair.
So Vernard put me on to Netflix parties, and we wanted to open up the opportunity to connect with you all outside of our live. And the thing that I loved about the Netflix party is that when I was able to join with Vernard, a chat box popped up on the side, and so instead of like normally like you would just be talking like, did you see that? You can do it in the chat, and so we were able to talk about the movie, and it was just really fun, and it was interactive. I had a good time, and then we ended up, like you said, watching
two more,
and then we watched something else, and it was just fun. So we want to connect with you outside of the lives, because we only do the Slanted Brown Thursdays at 9. But I mean, if you all are open to it or available, we'll pick another day and we'll just have a Netflix party and kick it like that. So, and I think most of us are connected outside of the Slanted route in some way. So if you're not, send a friend request to either myself or Bernard or even Chris. Just let us know that you came from the Slanted route, and we will connect so that we can do that because we want to link and have something interactive. So but
make sure. Fun. Yeah, it was. It really was good. I mean, and then we topped the night off with Dave Chappelle.
Yes, we did. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was so funny.
So funny. And we had a good time. And then along with the little side chat that we had, were we on the phone too? We was doing live.
We ended up getting on the video call because you were trying to help me find the other comedy special. It was so good. Like, it was fun. Like I said, it's just another way to connect and to be, get to know each other. It's live. Maybe we can have some type of, I don't know. But maybe next show we can give some options of something that we found on Netflix, and whatever gets the most votes, we'll go with that. Yeah. Give me up, Diana. Let me know, and then I'll let the rest of the crew know. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
So we'll keep things updated on our Slanted Brow Show page. So if you're not following that page, give it a follow, give it a thumbs up, turn on notifications if it has that option. That way, when we post up our next Netflix party, then you guys can get the link and know exactly when we're gonna have that show. It's gonna be dope. Definitely gonna be dope. But start putting some ideas out there. Like, let us know like the things that you like, genres. Is it romance, bromance, comedies, horror?
What's the one we were talking about, Bernard? What's it called? I keep forgetting what that's called with Charlize. Remember we looked at it?
Oh, the Old Guard. The Old Guard.
That's the one that we had in mind. So check out the trailer for that, whatever they have for that. That's what we were thinking about.
The Old Guard. Yeah, the Old Guard. I think that's gonna be good.
I will connect with you right after the live. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Dope. And if you guys are wondering what she's talking about the Swerve.
My hashtag
Swerve shirts
in the background. Wait,
hashtag Swerve.
My empowerment apparel line back there. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll connect with you after this. Y'all be so good, man. I'll never be trying to do that. Y'all be looking out. Thank you, man.
Yeah. And I will tell you that it's a definite conversation starter because every time I wear the shirt and I go out, people are like, turn around, I want to read it.
Oh, wow.
Because so it definitely works.
Check
it out, guys.
Awesome. I got some new stuff coming. I've been working on some stuff, but I got some more stuff coming out. But thank you.
Cool. So I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you, Bernard. 17 minutes out. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you for the comments, for jumping in, sharing your experiences. We're so glad you're here all the time, every time you join us.
Yep, every time. And until next time, next week, same time, Slanted Brow, Thursday nights at 9. Check us out.
Oh, we're on YouTube too. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, and we're on YouTube. So, yeah, you can share the link out to all your friends and family who are not on Facebook because, I heard that Facebook be tripping.
Ooh.
But
we like you, Facebook. Thanks for the platform.
Yeah, exactly. We love it. We love it.
Don't get up and put in Facebook jail.
Right. Nope. It ain't going to happen here. All right. Holler at you guys later.
Later.
Peace.